Jennifer Lopez shocks the world with her vocal abilities after her movie allegedly flopped. We got to talk about this, but before we get into it, hello, my name is Sebastian and I spill pop culture tea videos every single day. So if you're looking for a new messy best friend, you have found me. You guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are brand new to the family, my name is Sebastian and I spill pop culture in a very different way. It's sort of like we're on a FaceTime call and we're just hanging out from my very sparkly closet. And you guys can see I have a PhD in tea, so you've come to the right place to be in. Okay, tea. Anyways, listen, so I want you to get comfortable, grab a snack and a drink, because I don't know what this is me, Kiss of the Spider Woman, is going on here. Okay, so, first of all, I was supposed to watch the movie when it came out. When was that? Thursday, I think I told you guys I was going to go watch it. But, no, hang on. When was this? Thursday. Why was it Thursday? Let me think. Oh, I think it was I don't remember, but I remember the one day I had to go. Oh, Thursday. Yeah, I was supposed to watch it on Thursday, but my husband couldn't go, so I said, let's just change it for Friday. And then yesterday we were supposed to go, but we got invited to a beautiful show with, I don't know if you guys watched The Housewives, with the Countess Luann from Real Housewives of New York, and she was doing like this show cabaret, very private and intimate, and we got invited by her PR. So it was super nice to go. So we couldn't go to the Kiss of the Spider Woman. And then this morning, my husband wakes up with a cold, so we can't go today either. So hopefully I'm going to go tomorrow. So I'll give you guys my review then. But there has been a lot of reviews coming out. And, some people are saying that everything is good until Jennifer Lopez opens her mouth. But a lot of people are saying that this is going to be her big Oscar. And that some of her cast in the movie, they're definitely on their way to the Oscars, especially the male lead. So let's talk about this. I have seen so many interviews. Jennifer Lopez has done so much promotion for this movie. And I have to say, you guys, and I know that some of you guys may hate me for what I'm about to say, but girl, I see a different J-Lo. Like, I really, truly do. I see such a humble and down-to-earth Jennifer Lopez. Like, she's so calm and not so full of herself and just kind of nice. Like, I don't know, like I was looking at this some of her interviews, and she was funny and she was humble and she was just so chill, and I was just like, holy shit, like, that's so cool to see, right? Because, like, you don't really get to, I guess before we didn't really get to see that. She had sort of like this air about her. She's so above everybody, but this was so nice to see. I actually felt really like, okay, girl, all right. I get, sometimes you gotta fall. Sometimes you gotta fall, and then with that fall, you gotta get up, right? And that fall makes you learn lessons and makes you, kind of see things through other perspective, right? Because, there was a time where, a couple years now, she was very heavily canceled, and a lot of people were saying so many horrible things about her, and, people were not very nice to her. And I think having seen this change in her really kind of wanted people to go and watch this movie. Now, she went on her, I think it's her vocal coach posted a video of her singing. So I want to show you guys the video, and then I want to talk about it.
You can run, you can scream, you can hide, but you cannot escape.
Spider Woman. That was the singing, okay? What do you guys think about it? Let me know, because the comment section is horrible. But best friend, the reviews and the box office numbers allegedly have Jennifer Lopez absolutely heartbroken. Jennifer Lopez is upset with the box office numbers of her new movie, Kiss of the Spider Woman. Supposedly, of course, this is all alleged, but according to reports, the Latina star is absolutely heartbroken by the box office reception of her film. Insiders' sources are calling it one of the toughest blows of her long career. Lopez is reportedly upset the film not meeting box office expectations. The film was made on a $35 million budget and expected to open with big numbers. However, according to trade experts, industry projections, the film might open to a modest $1.5 to $2.5 million. Lopez was counting on the film to be her big Hollywood comeback as a lead actress after a supporting role in 2024 sports film Unstoppable. She poured her heart and soul into this. She thought it would be her A Star Is Born moment. Anonymous sources reveal that Jennifer feels like she can't catch a break between the movie, her tour struggles, and the Ben drama. It's one hit after another, and not the kind she wants. However, Lopez well wishes and inner circle insists J-Lo's a fighter and that she will turn this pain into power. So let's talk about this, best friend. You know, I feel for her. I really, truly do. I think that, you know, you could tell she always wants to succeed. You can tell she wants to be number one. You can tell that she doesn't want to give up, you know, especially after the 2 years that she had of cancellation, like that she did, the tour and the, you know, all of this. My thing with J-Lo, and this is coming from like somebody who's worked in the industry and stuff, my thing with J-Lo is the following. I think that Jennifer Lopez doesn't quite understand that sometimes the audiences get tired of so much of one person. And even though she took a year off, there was still a lot being mentioned. So while she wasn't maybe actively working, there was a lot of her in the paper, a lot of her in you know, in magazines and videos and headlines and all these things. So that's the issue, that Jennifer never really took a moment to say, hey, I have to just disappear, like seriously disappear for some time, take care of my kids, figure myself out, and then come back when people really want me to come back. But I think people are just so oversaturated with Jennifer Lopez that is, I think, the big issue here. I think that because no one really ever gets to, you know, have a break from J-Lo, then, you know, of course, there's this thing where it's just too much J-Lo. It's just too much J-Lo, okay? And I think J-Lo, you know, this is why I said that, you know, about some months ago, before Kiss of the Spider Woman was ever announced or anything, you know, I said, I think it's really best that J-Lo doesn't necessarily come back immediately with a huge movie, because it's not going to do well. You know, of course, these are just, you know, rumors, but I kind of believe that this is not going to be this huge box office hit, you know. It might get some Oscar recognition, but do I think it's going to be a huge box office like Wicked? No, I really, truly don't. And, you know, for people saying that, you know, comparing this to be the next big musical, I think that, yeah, they're kind of, you know, they're kind of really missing the point here. So yeah, I feel for J-Lo, but I think it's too much J-Lo. There's too much of J-Lo, and I think that the audiences and the public are tired of it. There's tours, there's residencies, there's you know, she's working on new music, there's movies. She's already working on another movie right now. Like, she just started filming another movie yesterday. So I'm just like, J-Lo, you gotta give us a second to breathe, because everything you are putting out, she is putting out, and her team thinks this is the best way for people. Just, okay, let me just see it. Let me just, okay, I guess, you know, that's forgotten. You know, the more they put in front of us, the more we forget about the cancellations and the dramas. But I think it's having, you know, the exact opposite effect. And I think people are just tired and they're overstimulated and there's too much J-Lo. So what do you guys think about it? Please let me know in the comments below. I would absolutely love to hear from you guys. I do feel bad for her, and I just think that her team really should have just kind of prolonged this a little bit more and give people a little bit of a breather. But they can see from box office and residency ticket sales and all these sales that maybe this was not the best plan plan. And now she's working on another movie for Netflix. So it's just like, are you broke, girl? Like, what's going on with the money? Because I get it, this is your passion, but you gotta do this the right way, and you gotta give us a little bit of time to breathe. So what do you all think? Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate each and every one of you, and I'll see you on the next one. Mwah. Bye.